guys, so today's video is a cleaning my longchamp. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to talk through everything, but right now I'm actually going to show you the finished product so that you can see what it looks like when they're clean. If you want to go back and watch my longchamp collection video, I would love for you to do that. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.
So obviously you'll need to gather the bags you're going to be cleaning, a bowl for water. I like to do this by the sink. I use zote soap and then a couple of rags. You will probably need a couple more rags. You'll see I grab a sponge here in a minute and then something to set the zote soap on. So here I'm just showing you some of the staining, the before, so that you can get a good idea of how well this works. Those are the sponges I was talking about. So you want to make sure your work surface is clean, and then you want to make sure you have access to water. So I just dip the rag in water and then rub it along the zote soap to pick up soap. I start by scrubbing all of the stains and then I move on to the heavily soiled areas. You'll see here in a minute that I will scrub the entire bag with soap, but I'm concentrating on some of the rough spots right now so that they have a longer time to sit. I wanted to make sure that you could see everything that I did in this video, so I did not cut any of the footage. It's sped up for time, but you can see every move that I make. I did not edit out any footage. It's all in here. After I've done both sides, I go to the bottom of the bag. Typically, this is the area that needs the most love, and on this white one, it was particularly bad. After I went in with the rough cloth, I went in with the sponge to give it the all-over clean I was talking about. I use less water and less soap during this part of the process, but I still make sure everything is covered. As you can see, I am putting some elbow grease into this. I'm not treating it gingerly at all, and these bags really can take a beating. So now I have a wet rag and I'm just going to wipe off some of the excess soap, give it a little bit of a scrub, introduce some more emulsification into the equation, but mostly trying to wipe off the excess. Once I've gotten a lot of the excess off, I will wrap the handles with a towel. The leather is very sturdy and I don't worry about it too much, but I prefer to do this just in case. And then I will rinse it under the water, trying to get every bit of soap off of the bag. I don't use a heavy stream of water. This is not powerful. It's just a light stream just enough to wash the soap off of the bag. Then I give the bag a dry on a clean towel, and you can see already it looks so much better. Next, for the Neo, I always start with the strap. I just want to take that off and make sure it gets a clean as well. So I go through the same process of wiping down the strap with soap and then rinsing it off. So right here, I'm just drying off the strap after our rinse. Now for the Neo, I do the exact same thing. I go in on the spots first, any areas that look rougher. You'll notice that because this bag is a different texture, you can see the weave when it's wet. Don't worry, that goes away once it's dry. You're not gonna kill the bag. So I'm doing the same process as I did with the other. I'm getting difficult spots first, then I'll go and do an all over scrub with soap. I will wipe that off with water, and then I will give it a rinse. And that's the whole process.
So I've got them hanging on hangers, and I've got them on a music stand so that they can hang freely and get circulation. But you can see this one's not resting on its straps. The hanger is actually inside it. And there's Max. And it looks pretty great. I'm really happy with that so far. And I leave them to dry for about, hi Bubba, 24 hours. So I will check in tomorrow and show you the final results. Okay, so we're gonna start with the white one because I think it's the bigger transformation. And you can see it is brighter white now. All of the staining on the bottom is gone. So you can see there are a couple little stains. Here, I'm gonna lay it down. So you can see there are still a couple of stains. Those are pretty permanent stains. You're not gonna be able to get out ink with this method, which is what that is. But as far as just general discoloration from wear, all of that is gone and it's a lot brighter white. I may give this a second clean just to get some of that extra off, but I'm really happy with that. So that is this one. And then the other one that I cleaned was my Neo. It's hanging right here. You can see Maximus. And it looks amazing. Now, down here I've got some staining, and that might be soap. That is the risk with this method. And last time I did it, this didn't happen. Just taking this out. But if you're not super careful about washing off all of the soap, you can get a little bit of discoloration. But I think that might also be bleach. I use this bag a ton. You can see that it's got some marks still there on the bottom, but the vast majority of what was on the front especially is gone, and on the back. So these really do take a beating. I think that might be a soap mark as well. But they really do take a beating, and it looks, I wouldn't say it looks brand new, but it looks pretty darn close. And yeah, the strap, you can see I washed it as well. It's a lot more consistent in tone. And yeah, I'm very happy with that. So these really do hold their shape through washing and retain their tone. So there we go.